What is up, my epic gamers? Welcome back to another sick gaming video. And today I have gotten the new Jester tower. Very cool, I know. Yeah, I'm gonna be going in. I'm gonna test it out. You know, maybe try some fall, maybe try some molten. We'll see what happens. You know, I'm sure it'll be very cool. All right, so I'm gonna start out with molten because I don't want to die instantly. Okay, so we're starting out here. And I've already tested this tower a little bit. So basically the way it works is you have a bomb, right? And you can pick between a bunch of different types. Right now it's on fire because I only have that one unlocked because it's only level 1. But you'll see, I'm going to throw the bomb, and then they're all going to be set on fire because of the effect. Now, it also has a basic damage and fire rate that applies through all the levels and, you know, upgrades. It applies no matter which bomb you have equipped. But then it wouldn't be setting them on fire if it didn't have it on fire. Like if I had an ice, it would be doing something else, which I will show you once I unlock ice. Already small critique. In the upgrade thing, first of all, the little icons for what it actually means don't show. But also, it doesn't actually tell you what what bombs I unlock in this upgrade. Very weird. It's just like, that'd be pretty easy to do. Because see, now I have ice unlocked, and it just didn't tell me that. But here's the model for level 2. Very cool, if I could see his face at all. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool, I like it. Alright, oh wait, let me switch to ice. And now he has ice. We're gonna throw it, and they're gonna get all freezy, they're gonna get all cold. So it slows them down pretty, like, not for a long time. It slows them down not a lot, just like a little bit. I don't think that ice is gonna be very useful, to be honest. I mean, like, actually, it's one-shotting them. But, like, if you want something to slow something down, I mean, I don't know, it's either this or Toxic Gunner, but really I feel like it's just like Sledger is the best. Sledger or Electroshocker or Warden will do the job, so ice doesn't really seem that useful, to be honest. Also, if you're wondering what the ability does, is so every time he picks up a new bomb, like every time he equips it, it'll be whatever bomb he has equipped. But if I do this, then so basically, like, every time that he throws a bomb and then he takes a new one out, it'll be whatever bomb he has equipped currently. But let's say that I have him chilling here, and I want to switch it to fire, and I don't want to wait for him to throw it in another enemy. Then I can just switch, and then it'll switch automatically, which isn't super useful. But anyways, let's get the upgrade. Let's equip poison bombs, and let's use the switch ability. That actually was useful there. So that is what that does. It spawns this acid wherever it gets thrown, and it just absolutely shreds everything. I think that poison, I don't necessarily think it needs a nerf, I just think it's really good. I think it's actually an interesting way of doing a lot of damage. I actually really like it. I think that just the way this tower works in general is very interesting, and poison's a part of that. I think poison's actually really cool, I like it. And confusion's even cooler, but you'll see that in a second. So yeah, that's what poison does. It just, anything that walks over it takes damage. I'm not entirely sure how much damage. I think it might just be like roughly 8 DPS. I can't really tell, to be honest. He's also on fire for some reason. He has some kind of tick damage. So I guess it also poisons some, which I think Toxic Gunner does too. So, yeah, that sure is interesting. With poison equipped, we're not going to kill this guy. So this tower isn't the greatest for single enemies, but he's great at debuffing hordes of enemies. Like, really good at that. And with confusion, you'll see, he's pretty good at other things too. I will say the size of the puddle does seem to be random, which I don't know if that actually affects gameplay, because that is a bit of RNG there, which is not great, but I don't know if it actually does affect that, so I don't know. Poison is not good for single enemies unless you also have confusion, so I have a fire guy over here, because fire is definitely the best for single enemies, just setting them on fire, doing a good amount of damage. Poison's less good for that. It's good if there's a clump of enemies because it kills all the ones behind it. But, yeah, so generally poison is better, but for single targets, it's probably as good to use fire as it is poison, or maybe better. Now, what you're gonna see here is a little weird. So, he does not have hidden detection. Like, it says nowhere that he has hidden detection. Yet, there are hidden enemies, and he can see them. I don't know why, but yeah, he just inexplicably has hidden detection. I honestly don't know what's going on here. But, yeah, let's get to the last level. So, last level, first of all, what you're gonna notice is he has 2 bombs now, right? So he's gonna throw one and then throw the other. So you can pick the type for each bomb. So I could have poison and poison. Switch it. He now has poison and poison. I could have fire and ice. Let me switch it. Yeah, so the fire and ice. So now he has fire, and then he's gonna throw ice. So then it freezes them. Now this used to be a little bit broken. Now it is working. Yeah, there's fire and ice. Now he also has a total DPS of 30 right now. So he has a DPS of 30 for $10,000 or like 9,000. That is not the best. It's okay. He does have hidden detection and some splash damage, so that's good. But what's really good about it is the debuffs, obviously. So I'm gonna switch to fire for now, and I'll show you what confusion and poison does in a second. All right, why not do it on the breakers? So let's switch it. Now he has poison and then confusion. Yep, you see that? Yep. What confusion literally does is it makes the enemies turn around. So let's switch them both to confusion here. So now he has 2 purple bombs, which are actually represented on his character, which I think is very cool. So let's see what happens when he has 2 purple bombs. Everything he touches is just gonna turn around, which that compared to ice is just so ridiculously much better. Like the fact that it's even possible to equip ice at max is ridiculous. Now there are a few shots in between that don't confuse them, it seems like. Yeah, so sometimes it doesn't work. I think it's like every couple shots. It only works every couple shots, which makes sense. I think that is a good way to balance it. But yeah, that is how you can use confusion. And if you pair it with poison, so let me switch that, then what's gonna happen, he's gonna, actually, should be the other way around. So let's do that. What's gonna happen, he's gonna throw poison, and he's gonna throw confusion, so they're gonna walk right back into their poison. Doesn't work on breakers because they're too fast, but for like bigger enemies, he's gonna throw it, and he's gonna throw the poison, and there's gonna be an acid puddle, and then they're gonna throw the confusion, and they're gonna walk right back into the acid puddle, and it's awesome, and you'll see in a second. Alright, so a good example might seem like the poison enemies. Okay, that did not work out. So he's gonna throw the acid, they're gonna walk right back into their acid, and it's gonna do a ton of damage, because the acid's the highest DPS you can get from these guys. It's really a great tower idea. I mean, I gotta say. Another use is if he's only holding 1 bomb, and you can use the ability, and he'll be holding both. So that's cool. But he does actually have a placement limit of 8, weirdly. So you can place a lot of this guy, and you can change the things for every single one. So I'm gonna have all of them be poison confusion. It's better to do confusion poison, I think. Actually, it should be. Whatever. As long as you have 1 on each. So it's the best combination is poison confusion, because in that case they'll throw the poison, and then the enemies will walk right back into their poison, and it also makes them take a long time, which is just so much better than ice in so many ways. And it basically just does what fire and ice does, but way better and on like a crazy scale, and with just insane splash damage and just insane stats all around. Here he is just absolutely shredding the slow boss. He's gonna turn around, and then he's gonna take hundreds of thousands of DPS. Not actually, but he's gonna take a lot of damage when he walks through the poison goo. And I don't even have 8 yet, so it's gonna get actually crazy. I don't think this tower is particularly good on its own, although, I mean, it's doing pretty good right now. But like for like harder game modes, I don't think it's amazing on its own. But I think it's just like, as a support tower, this is easily the best support damage and effects in the game. I mean, it slows them down, it confuses them, makes them go backwards. It does great damage with the toxin, and just overall, like, really good. I think that for slowing down, especially, it like rivals Sledger because of them making the enemies turn around. I think that is a insanely useful skill. I think that's like on par with a tower like Sledger that's usually used to slow enemies down. It's like slowing enemies down and freezing them, but on like a whole other level. And it does have an actual ice ability that's supposed to do that, but don't use ice. Just don't. Confusion's so much better. I don't even know why ice exists. It's really bad. Don't use ice. Fire's decent, like, at the start when you get the Jevil. Or I've been playing too much Deltarune. When you get the Jester. Fire is decent, but poison and confusion are just better. Like, actually. I can imagine this tower being used in a lot of strats, not even kidding. Like, it's just a good tower. I am thinking that, you know, if you're gonna use this as a support tower, you might want to just have it be confusion, because Yeah, because that's, I mean, like, that's all you're going to really use the support for. Because the damage is only really super useful when it's on its own. But you can get, like, a ton of damage if you just have poison equipped. Like, I'm going to switch to just poison, see if I can get through this wave. Alright, here's just poison, and literally everything that touches this path is dying instantly. Jesus Christ. I wonder, I want to see if the speedy boss can get through it. Oh no, the path is going away. Yeah, no, poison isn't as good just on its own. Oh my goodness. Oh, we're actually gonna die here. Oh crap, hold on. Alright, never mind, we're fine. The only reason that we didn't die there is because I actually switched one of them to confusion for a second, so that proves maybe don't just use poison on its own. You really need confusion to help it out. So yeah, do both at the same time. I really wasn't expecting that, to be honest. I don't see this being particularly good for soloing, but I do seeing it be good as just general support. Like what we use Sledger for is what we could use this for, because it has range and it does probably less damage than Sledger. But with confusion, that's really great support. And with poison, I think that that's just not particularly useful by itself, or when you're not using like other towers. Yeah, like poison is just not really good unless you have something else like confusion aiding it, or a bunch of other towers. Yeah, see, they're actually barely gonna kill this speedy boss. I need to get commanders. It's especially good at crowd control. I just realized that because the poison, like just anything that touches it just gets annihilated. Like a lot of low HP enemies get absolutely destroyed. Yeah, it annihilates breakers, and yeah, I think it's even better at dealing with breakers than the mortar is. Jesus. I mean, there's a lot of towers in the game right now that are good at dealing with breakers, which I can appreciate because breakers were pretty recently added and they're very powerful, so that's a good thing. I think that especially weird is that if you use ice and confusion, they just don't work together at all. Like if you confuse one and then you slow them down, they're just gonna go backwards less. Like, you want them to go as far backwards as they can. That's just more time they're being not only stunned, but going the wrong way. So that's just idiotic. I have no idea why you'd use ice and confusion. Alright, well, here we are. This is the boss. He's absolutely shredding all the titans. That's not even close. And should you look at that? The confusion works on bosses. That is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, like, being able to stun a boss is just hilarious. They basically added back the old freezer ability. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's stunning a boss. That's insane. And if you had other stuff doing actual damage to him and had them all in confusion, that would be like really good. Like that would be crazy powerful. Plus, with the poison bombs, I think that he actually might do it. I legitimately do think that he might kill the molten boss. Oh my goodness. See, like, this is a practical tower. Like, a Necromancer is not a practical tower. Of the two towers, they're both, I think, decent, but, like, the other one is just it's not a real tower, you're supposed to use that one. This is a good tower. This is a tower I could, like, see people using. I could see myself using it, definitely. This is, like, for, like, big strats where you need to, like, do a lot of damage and stun the boss. Like, this is a good strat. I mean, oh my goodness. I mean, this is a good tower. Not strat. This is a good tower is what this is. It's very, very good. I am shocked. I'm not sure if we're gonna win here. I don't think the map is good enough for us to win, to be honest. But, yeah. Very cool, I gotta say. Alright, I've microed, and I legitimately think we could win this. Because, like, the stuff he spawns isn't even a problem, because you can just confuse them, they walk right back into it, it damages them the same. So these guys are dead, they're gone. And, oh no, he spawned more, okay, ooh, I don't know, come on. Poison, kill him, yes, sir! Oh my goodness, this tower is so good! Dude! Okay, not the best time. But yeah, great tower. I can really see it being used in a lot of support ways. I mean, that's what it is. It debuffs the enemies. It's definitely going to be used to support, like, your main tower is doing damage with the confusion, because that's, like, the best stunning in the entire game, I think. It's just like Toxic Gunner, but it actually works. So, yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you are cool.